Ka re nna ke mokopi wa matlhogonolo mapula se ne sa pula se o mokgatlha motho o letlhoromisa setlhanainang o Rasenosi moroka kgosi ya moremogolo wa tšhaba sa Rantsho tlhotlhomisa tsela tshotsa bora tshwenegadi ya tsonyane thaba ya badimo Ndaramezane Ndawuzane Qamakushane Makhosi amagolo pula. So today I want to talk about the challenges of the Ascension journey, right? That most spiritual people go through. Because I've realized that there will be tests and trials along the way that challenge you as a spiritual person that are directly linked to your gift and your calling as a light worker, right? Especially to remember that what this whole thing is about. It's about reclaiming who you are and remembering who you are, remembering you to Alkebulan. This is what this is all about. This healing thing is not just about you and becoming rich or becoming healthy or becoming more beautiful or becoming whatever. It is about healing yourself so that you're able to access the wisdom of our forefathers, our forebears, to be able to access the wisdom of our forebears, how they want us to live our lives, who we are really supposed to be, to reclaim our place in this world so that the world can be healed. This is why all of this is happening. We have to remember what this journey is about. And this is why this entire series might feel like it's out of whack, but healing yourself, healing your mind, your heart, your body, your soul is a part of this remembering the children of Alkebulan back to their mother. Because when you are healed, you're able to understand and trust and believe the knowledge and the wisdom when it comes to you and share it regardless of who says what to you. Because you are so strong within yourself, you face so many challenges and overcome them that there's nothing that can sway you from speaking the truth as you know it. The part of the truth, the part of the prism of truth that is the truth of the children of Alkebulan. This is what the series is about, to heal you so you can be remembered to your mother, Alkebulan. So I just thought what I would do is look at the meaning of ascension or the ascension and ascend. So the meaning of ascension, this one that I really like, which I got from yourdictionary.com. In religion it says entering heaven while still alive. Entering heaven while still alive. I really like this definition, especially because really when you are going through your ascension journey, right, you are becoming a citizen of the ethereal world because you are allowing your gifts from the ethereal world and your ethereal life to be made manifest in this physical dimension. This one that we're living in, that we see with our eyes, feel with our skin, and hear with our ears and understand with our minds, right? So if you're entering heaven, you are, while still alive, it means you have the capacity to see beyond the veil. So when you are going through an ascension journey, you are going through a process of being able to enter and or to be able to enter or become a citizen. You're getting your passport to the ethereal world. So I love the idea that you are entering heaven while still alive as a meaning for ascension, right? The act of going up. That is another definition for ascension, the act of going up. Because you are rising in your vibrational patterns, right? the higher your vibrational patterns and the higher the frequency at which you vibrate as a person, the greater the possibility that you'll start to manifest the good things in your life. And this is why dark workers would be attracted to you and might want to partner with you or become your friend or become your closest family member or become your lover. Because they're attracted to that, because dark workers can't necessarily manifest abundance for themselves simply because of their darkness. They are vibrating at a lower vibrational frequency that does not attract the good things in life. The good things in life come from those who have a higher vibrational patterns, and that's why, like, when you analyze all the videos that talk about how to manifest the things that you want and desire in your life, they all talk about the same thing. Raise your vibrational patterns by becoming more joyful, more accepting, and stop fighting, but achieve a spirit of joyfulness and acceptance of the things that are happening in your life, right? Neil Donald Walsh talks about not asking what is happening. Ask why it's happening. Why is this happening? Why is this showing up for me? Louise Hay talks about it arriving for you, that you manifested it because it's happening for you. The law of attraction talks about this thing is not happening to you. It is happening for you. It is happening for you because you are going up. And if you are climbing up to ascend, right? It talks about rising above the horizon. Actually, ascend, the meaning that I liked for ascend, it says to summit, to climb to the summit. Your nirvana, which is heaven, right? To climb, to summit. You're rising above the horizon because you think that this horizon that you see is all that there is to life, but there is more. So you are ascending, you are summiting to the peak to see what lies beyond, which is the ethereal life, because you are needing to enter heaven while still alive, right? That is the meaning of ascension. And you are journeying through this because it is endless. It's a perpetual learning. It's progressive learning while you are an adult. It doesn't stop. There's no matric certificate. There is no degree. There is no PhD. You learn until you die. And the more people you help and you assist, the more problems and challenges you face, the greater the lessons and capacity to be able to become a fuller healer, right? So the reason that I wanted to talk about this ascension journey and the challenges that you face is that I've realized that the fact that you are called in this world to do a particular thing, you are sent to this world to do a particular thing, and the challenges that you face on your ascension journey speak to your calling, your soul mission, your divine life purpose, your soul mission, your divine life purpose. Those challenges that you have faced are the test, they are the trial. That is what is going to build your muscle, because you have to be able to stand against whatever is thrown at you so that you are able to make manifest the reason that you are here. Those are the challenges that you face on your ascension journey. It's very interesting because if you look at different people's ascension journeys and the trials and tribulations that they face, right, on their journey, they are very different. Some of them will be similar, but they are very different. It's about that thing that wrecks you, the thing that wrecks you. And what Spirit wants you to do is to stand firm. Those challenges, those trials, they are the modules. Those are the modules. Those are the courses that you are studying. That is what you are training for. When you are studying psychology, You do modules for psychology. You learn about psychology. When you are doing accounting, you study accounting and bookkeeping and tax law and all of this kind of stuff. When you're doing medicine, you have to do microcell biology and all these other things that I don't even know about. It's about the course. What is your course? The trials and the challenges are based on the course, the thing that you are training for, the vocation that you will follow. That is why those trials are specific to you. So pay attention to the trials and the challenges, because they may reveal what you are here to do as a light worker, right? Abraham Hicks on YouTube, I'm watching a lot of these things, talks about contrast, to allow the contrast to be, because it's showing up for you, right? There will always be contrast in your life, which means that you start off the day with a particular perspective that this is what I'm going to achieve throughout the day. And then on the road, you will meet somebody who will swear at you or jump in front of you, or your children will wake up late and then you have to shout at them, or your partner will say something that is very hurtful at the beginning of your day, or you get to the office and the documents that you saved have disappeared off your laptop. As you're going through your ascension journey, certain challenges crop up more and more, and the closer you are to your summit, the more pronounced these challenges that you have come here to heal and to enlighten. And by enlighten, I mean to brighten, to shine a light on, to shine such strong light and love on this issue in people's lives that the darkness is dispersed. To enlighten, to bring light into a situation. By light, I mean to enlighten, I mean bring hope, right? Bring strength, bring capacity, bring determination, and a deep inner knowing that it is possible to overcome this. I can do it. This is what I deserve, and I can do this thing. This is why you're here as an illuminator, to shine divine light and love on this particular issue. So, if your role as a light worker is about prosperity, right? Then the challenges you face are about prosperity. It's about that freedom that comes with prosperity, the joy, the peace, the capacity to fix and shift things for others, for yourself, depending on where your happy place is, because some people are blessers. That's what they do. Their capacity is to be able to call from the ethereal world abundance, right? And I'm going to talk about money specifically, because we all understand abundance as money. It's the simplest example to use. They are able to make a hell of a lot of money for themselves and for others. They hold the center that is true, that can attract money. They create projects that attract money. This money is dispersed not just for them, but for others who are in their circles, their employees, their colleagues, their employers. This is what they do. Their families, their friends, right? They're able to do these things. The things that they do attract abundance in their lives. Monetary, financial abundance, right? That is their role. So if they are a healer, it might be that they're able to shift people's vibrational frequencies so that they're able to draw abundance and blessings to themselves. Now, as they're going through their ascension journey, things will be stripped away from them and they will face deep challenges in this regard. Because then it's about your capacity to not be shaken, Because there are problems that when they come to you, your entire being collapses and you fold in on yourself and you're unable to move because you don't know how to be in that state. Your ascension journey is about understanding that the state is temporary and it's not real. The phrase that I keep being told over and over and over again is that we must not forget that nothing is real. This thing that you're experiencing is not real. Therefore, because this is not reality, you're able to shift and change your reality. This is why all the people who do all these voice notes and videos and teachings and are writing books about living your best life, they talk about mantras, right? Changing the way that your mind works. So, so they talk about changing your mindset, the way that your mind works, because the damage that is done, that shifts you to that state, there's nothing like when your life does a 180-degree turn. You start to wonder if you've done any of the things that you did, whether it was you, whether it was somebody else, whether it was God force, what was it? Why did my life change like this? Right? Why did my life change like this? If you have the capacity to make friends, to build relationships, you are the most beloved of a family. In your immediate family, in your extended family, your friends love you, your colleagues love you. You're just able to build relationships that nurture and support. And then this changes. And suddenly your husband has left you. Your lover has left you. Your siblings turn against you. Everybody turns against you. At work, you're facing challenges. As you're going through your ascension journey, it means that you're healing. The reason why that you're here, your divine life mission, is about relationships and healing relationships. Understanding, of course, that relationships are not just in this physical dimension. They are also across the ethereal. They cross over into the ethereal world. That is where angels and guides live, where God resides, with your celestial clans, your ancestors, your celestial elders. The celestial clans, the children, the women, the men, the grandparents, the grandfathers. Right? Those are the relationships that need healing. So it means at the point where you were loved by everyone, your relationship, even into the ethereal world, was good. Right? You have the capacity to heal that, and then it changes. And the higher you summit, the higher you climb towards the summit, the greater the challenges that you face. This is part of the ascension journey. You face challenges that have to do with the reason why you are here, your divine life mission, your soul purpose, the reason why you are here. If you were the sportiest sport person, you had the most amazing and healthy body, and your health just takes 180 degree as before you start your ascension journey, because sometimes people don't realize that health issues are actually part of your ascension journey, right? You become obese or you lose a lot of weight, right? Like suddenly you are just not well. So when you used to be able to run 100 meters, you can hardly walk across the room. You can hardly walk. Your health deteriorates. Your ascension journey becomes about learning how to heal yourself by accessing the power of your ethereal body to heal this physical body. And the more you're able to access it, the more you're able to heal this physical body, which means that you'll be able to heal other people's bodies. That is part of your divine soul mission. And the higher you get towards your summit, your nirvana, as you prepare to enter your heaven, which is now where you've said, I have ascended now to the next level. I'm able to make manifest this part of my gift. As you are climbing into, you're entering this heaven while still alive, those problems become bigger. So you have to begin to trust the mantras, the voices that they're telling you that you can do this. You can heal. You can gain weight. You can have strength. You can build muscle. You can heal this and that in your own body so that you can become who you were supposed to be, who you were born to be, who you were born to be, right? Now, I'm being led to this thing that I came across, ukuvuma ukufa, right, as part of the Ascension journey. Somebody actually said, and I think his name is Gogo Kanyagute, right, that Twasa is a journey. It's not an end. A lot of people, when they go, if they have to go Twasa, they think that is the end once they are given their mitundus and they've built their ndumbas and their gobelas, say, give them everything and then they leave them at home to begin practicing. It's just the beginning. That is just the beginning. Now it's time for you to commune with your ancestors and figure out what it is really you're here to do and how to work with them to build your practice, right? It's a journey. It's a journey, right? Twasa is a journey. Now, ukuvuma ukufa, right? When I listen to the words, you are agreeing to die, right? As part of your ascension journey. Because there is a false you. There is a false you. There is the real you, the you that your celestial clans know about, that they are waiting for, that they are calling for from you, that they are calling for from you. And this is why you're on this ascension journey. Everything that they are doing is to call forth the real you, the true you, because there's an untrue you that you are letting go of. And that is why this ascension journey is so rough, because you are literally shedding. You are shedding everything that does not serve you. You have to let go of what does not serve you so that you can become the real you, right? In order to enter this heaven while still alive, right? Uvuma ukufa. Uvuma, you agree to die. Ukufa. Right? That's what you are agreeing to let go of this false self so that your real self can be born. It is like that thing that snakes do. What is it called, Gan? Shedding. You are shedding the false you. And out of that comes a renewed you that is more beautiful, because now you are fully within your gift and capable of healing others with this gift. You are shedding the old you. And the last part of shedding, just like the last part of birth, is difficult. Is difficult. The challenges become more pronounced. And it's like the stronger mentally you are to be able to face this, the sharper the challenge, the sharper the trial. And you can collapse. You're either going to collapse and die, or you are going to gain strength and push through. This was why some women die in childbirth, or children die in childbirth, because it was just too much. They just were unable to push through to the final moment to give birth to this child, right? I don't know whether some animals have failed to shed and have died as a result of not shedding, because you can imagine how tight that skin is. It's a holding. It's holding all of that in it. And if it does not rip or is not shed, it will suffocate the animal and the animal will die. So you have to shed. You have to shed it. The last part of climbing a mountain apparently is the worst. It's like the runner's high. Is the worst because you can see the end, but you are finished. You are tired. You are exhausted. You are finished. Your strength is finished, and you are like, will I make it? And the trials get more because the muscles are shaking. You are hardly able to walk. You are stumbling. You are falling. Right? But runners and climbers find it from somewhere, a technique to get them over this last hurdle, the last challenge to cross over to the other side. That is part of the ascension journey, right? So if you are finding that you are facing a particular challenge in your ascension journey, like it keeps manifesting and is getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and I'm not laughing. In Setswana we say losolo kholo ditshego, which means the big death is laughter. Sometimes you laugh even when things are painful, because if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Things get worse and worse, and the things that have traumatized you, that traumatize you so much that you want to crawl into a ball under a weighted blanket and never come out. Those things start cropping up. And it's about holding fast. Holding fast. Hold fast and hold the blinker Kant boer. Hold fast and hold the shiny part above, on top. That's the saying that my father likes to say to us. Hold fast and hold the blinker Kant boer. That is the purpose of this ascension journey and the challenges that you're facing. It is showing up for you. And like my guys keep talking about, is perspective is everything. And you have to keep moving forward. Their perspective is everything. There are people who talk about toxic positivity. And my response to that is that it's not toxic positivity. It's not like you're not acknowledging these problems that are in your life and you're trying your best to find solutions. You acknowledge them and you say, this is the problem that I'm facing. These guides keep saying, it's showing up for me. What solution can I implement, or how can I choose to view this? Because sometimes these challenges show up to remove things from your life that you're clinging to desperately, that actually no longer serve you, that need to be shared. But you're clinging so much onto this thing that it is weighing you down and it is making it harder for you to summit. So you share it, you let it go, and you keep it moving. When you are on this ascension journey, you have a plan for the month. It's a solid plan. This is all you want to do. That I'm going to do 1, then I'm going to do 2, and I'm going to do 3, and I'm going to do 4. But in order to make money, I'm going to do A, I'm going to do B, I'm going to do C, and I'm going to do D. Because I have to do 1, and I have to do 2, and I have to do 3, and I have to do 4. And then your guys come, and they keep changing things on you. They keep changing things, and you keep fighting to do these things. But you don't know why those things are delayed, or why they're being held back, or why you're facing these challenges. So you learn to flow. You learn to flow and accept. Accept that this is happening for you. Right? That if your celestial clans have brought you to it, they will bring you through it. If Goddess themselves have brought you to this, they can bring you through it. they will bring you through it. It's about your perspective. It's not toxic positivity. It's to say, yeah, okay, sure. I've sprained my ankle and I can't get out of bed. And I was supposed to actually start with planting my herb garden or whatever. This is just an example that I'm using. And you can't get around. Maybe it wasn't time to plant the herb garden, or maybe the herbs that you wanted to plant in there are not the ones, or maybe there's a herb that you're missing, or maybe it's about to flood, and by the time you finish planting it will flood. So now for 7 days you're sitting there, and now because you can't get around, you are sitting there now thinking. All you can do is think and watch trash TV. If you are wise, you will take the time to actually start, maybe read that spiritual book that you are supposed to read, or start communing more with your guides, or explore a healing modality that they've been showing you, how to read people, how to heal people, how to create certain things, right? You use that time to commune with your guides, because basically the instruction from God Force is be still. Ako do lahat. Sit down and listen and wait. It's not time. And maybe the problem is that you are exhausted and you keep doing this because when you've set a deadline for yourself, is the deadline that you've set your ancestors' deadline? Is it your celestial clan's deadline? Is it your God Force's deadline? Is it God's deadline? Have you asked if this deadline is right? Have you asked if this deadline is right? You haven't asked. You're just moving, Wena, because, yeah, they said that they want me to use fresh what? Fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, fresh pepper, fresh marijuana. Marijuana takes 7 days or whatever, 1 month to grow. So if I plant it now and I water it, it will grow by the end of the month. They've asked me to go and and build a it takes 14 days. If I start now, it's not time. Maybe it's not time. And it's just to lean into your life. Lean into your life. Oprah said that lean in because you are being led somewhere, and now when you're busy fighting and it's not working, you're making your ascension journey harder, right? And the more the problems that come, it's the people who come to annoy you, to hurt you, to make you doubt yourself, right? It's the events that crop up that make you doubt yourself, that hurt you, that make you anxious, that infuriate you. These things are leading you somewhere. They are actually strengthening you. If you want Boiti bat, right? If you want that bat to end all bats, if you want that 6-pack, you have to have resistance. You have to build the muscle. And the more weight you use, or the harder you train, the perkier your butt becomes, and the more defined your 6-pack becomes. Right? Because of the resistance. This is the resistance that's building your spiritual muscle. These challenges. So pay attention to which muscle you are building. Right? Because you also focus on the muscle. You say, I want better arms. I want a 6-pack. I want more defined legs. Right? So, because those are the muscles that you want, that's what you focus on. So, depending on your journey, right? Depending on what you asked when you began this journey, because there comes a point where you realize, I have to ask, what are we doing? What is this about? What am I here to do? Why am I being called? These are not wrong questions to ask. These are questions that you must ask. You must commune with your ancestors. They're not the celestial clans, God Force that is coming forth. The celestials that are here to assist you. They are actually nice people. They are nice beings. Let me say beings because some of them Yeah. Some of them are beings. Some of them used to be people. They're all beings, I guess, because they're celestials now. They're angels, they're guides. They are a transformed energy that exists in the ethereal world. Right? This world that some of us can't see yet. Some of us can see. Because some people have the gift of actual sight, not foresight, actual sight. They can see these beings. Right? They want you to ask, and they are ready to come with the answers. I think celestial clans and celestials are tired of their children being led astray and being made to do things that have nothing to do with the reason that they have put them on this earth. And now they're starting to train their children themselves. And, there is actually nothing wrong with actually having such a strong relationship with your own celestial clans, that if you have to go twasa, if you actually have to go to a person to help you complete the process, that you are so in tune with them that you can tell your spiritual mentor, no, I don't agree with it. My celestial clans don't like that. My grandmother says, or this goddess that I'm walking with says, this angel that I'm walking with says, God themselves says, I can't do this. They don't agree with this process. My process should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Specialization. There is a lot of specialization that is happening. Yes, there is a template for how to help people with their ascension journey so that they can summit. There's always a template, but every person is unique. Their gifts are unique. Their celestial clans are unique. So there has to be a tailor-making for each one to make sure that then when when other people have now finished their ascension journey, they don't come back and say, my spiritual mentor cheated me. They did things for me that didn't make a difference. I'm still suffering. I'm still whatever. Even though the process is a journey, it's not a destination. So maybe also their point is to get you to a particular point. And once you start arguing too much, then you must know, right, maybe my part here is done. But if you are in tune and in communion with your guides, with your celestial clans, with God Force, then you will know how to know. And like me and you are done. This is all that you are supposed to assist me with. It's time for me to move forward now on my own with my God Force. And you thank them, whether it's financially or whatever, and you move on. Continue with your journey alone, because now everything that you need to be able to continue the journey alone to serve your divine soul mission and your divine life purpose, right? Your soul mission and your divine life purpose, everything that you need to be able to continue, you've got, right? Understanding that your guides are there and that you will go through a period of assimilating and acclimatizing to this part, and then something else may show up. Another celestial ancestor, another celestial may show up for you and say, it's time for you to do my things now, to add to your practice, right? To add to bungagabaha. Just this is what else you need to do. This is something else that you need to do. This is something else you need to do. It's a journey until you die, and the more open and receptive you are, the easier it becomes. So your ascension journey is going to be very particular to you. Look at the things that you faced when you began the journey. There are things that nearly broke you, that really drove you to distraction, that caused you to cry or to rage or to descend into depression. To cry or to rage or to descend into depression. Those things, that is part of your portfolio. Those are the things that you've been brought here to deal with and to assist others with. Now, some of us, like I've said in previous recordings, some of us are not meant to do much. Some of us, you just are sent to heal yourself or to heal your family or to heal your friends. Some of us are meant to heal, to have practices that heal others, you know. And some of us, you just do it where you are, with the campaigns that you're running as your marketing agent, with the patients that you meet as a doctor or as a psychologist or a psychiatrist, with the clients that you assist as you do their books as a chartered accountant, with the products that you deal with as a food scientist. You being there is enough. That's what you're there to do. And if your God force no longer wants you there, they will remove you from that place. And then you lean into your life. You keep it moving. You lean into your life. If you are being led somewhere, lean in. And I'm not talking about irresponsible behavior of like dropping jobs and going into starvation and what and traumatizing people. Lean in to the direction that you're being led into. And if a direction is refusing, ask yourself why it's refusing. Because maybe that's not the way you're supposed to lean in. You're supposed to lean in somewhere else. I seriously believe that. And this is why it is very important to ensure that your celestial clans are with you. Right? They are with you. Those that have crossed over, they are with you. So that you can be clear, this is an instruction to lean into this. To lean into this path that is being revealed to me. Because when you want this path, this one that you know is guaranteed, but maybe you're being asked to lean into this other path. Right? Maybe you're being asked to lean into this other path. And if you are cleansed, if you are pure, if all the darkness has been released, all the evil, all the soul tiles has been removed from you, if you have worked on yourself psychologically and emotionally to ensure that the hurts and the traumas and the disappointments have not created a decision-making framework that actually hinders your capacity to trust life. To trust life. Because when you are mistrustful of life, you refuse to move. You can't move. You can't move because you are scared of things going wrong, because things have gone so wrong. And I think the saddest thing is that part of the ascension journey is the removal of things, is the stripping away of things, because celestial elders say that we have become arrogant. We have become so arrogant. We are so used to rolling around in our material abundance and the comfort of our lives that we are unwilling to assist others and to assist the world as we have been sent here to do. So they are literally sick of us, and they strip you of these things so that you will listen, because they are humbling you. Because humility is a part of it, so that when people walk through the door, you don't judge them, right? You don't demean them and say, "Woo, batum." No, you don't. When they come in, you are able to accept anyone who walks through your door and to assist them with the challenges that they have that have to do with your particular soul mission and divine life purpose. Right? That is what you are being led to, right? So part of the journey is like descending into this mess that you have to pull yourself out of, and releasing then the hurts and the disappointments and the challenges caused by the challenges that you have faced, whether it's material, whether it's physical, whether it's material, whether it's mentally. Because some of these things are psychological. The warfare is psychological, and your guides allow the psychological warfare to step into your life so that you can be still, right? You can be still. And when you come out, you understand the importance of psychology in the ascension journey, in healing people to become the best version of themselves, the versions that God force want them to be. Right? The version that their God force want them to be. So this is part of it. Right? So that when then you are ready to ascend, you have dealt with a psychological, emotional trauma. So that your perspective is right. You're able to hold fast and hold the blinker Kant boer. The blinker can hold the shiny part, the alive part. Put that forward instead of at the back. Right? You're able to do that regardless of the challenges that you face, because the higher you climb, the harder it's going to become. But as you are working on yourself psychologically and emotionally, you understand that perspective is everything, and you use the trust that you have in life to regain the trust that you have in life, because life itself, God is life. God is life because God is love. Love is life. And if you trust life, if you trust that everything is showing up for you, that it's like when somebody at your job, or your job is trying to get rid of you, you're like, but why is all of this happening? Yes, sometimes people are trying to remove you from your position, and then it's time for you to stand up and kneel. Did you hear that? You stand up and you kneel and you pray, or you pasha. You pray and pasha. You pray and pasha and meditate. You pray, pasha, and meditate. You pray to God. You pasha to your ancestors, and you meditate to get your mind and heart right on the vision of your life that you would have. And you trust that God force will deliver. That this life, what you're doing, will deliver. And the stronger you are psychologically and emotionally, and you are able to hold the blinker Kant boer, the more you will be able to understand these trials that are coming at you hard and fast. So that when they show up, you are not weeping and rolling around and distressed. Right? You're not weeping and rolling around and distressed and unable to move. Then you crawl into a ball, and then you're not able to ascend. Then the ascension is put on hold, and you have to start from scratch because you're not ready to summit. You're not ready to summit. Even though there was a date that was set, you're not ready to summit. So, what can I do? What can I say to summarize? To say, when you're on your ascension journey, you're going to face, and this doesn't mean you keep ascending, guys. You keep ascending. It doesn't stop. When you are on your ascension journey, the challenges, the particular challenges that you're facing, have to do with your divine soul mission and your life purpose. Your divine life mission and your soul, and your divine soul mission and your life purpose. The reason why you are here. They are specific, and you will notice where you're facing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. You are facing the same thing over and over and over because that is your divine life, your divine soul mission and life purpose. That is your divine soul mission. That is why you are here. So that was just something that I was instructed to share with you guys. As I realize, as I learn, I share. Hou vas, byt vas, en hou die blinker Kant boer. Right? Hold on, hold fast, and keep the shiny part forward. Hey, it's English is not enough. Hold the blanket Kant poor. Right? Keep your positivity at your front. At the forefront. Trusting and knowing that this is not happening to you, it's happening for you. This is showing up for you. It's showing up for you to build that muscle that you need to continue with the rest of your life. This is why all of this is happening as you are ascending. That is my message for today. Ndaramizan, Ndawzan, Kamagushan, Lesedi, Alekganya, Lefatshe ka bophara, Magosi a magolo, Pula.